Hey everyone, this is Attackers, and I'm really excited because today we will be looking over like the games that I have played most last year, so this year, 2025. So a small disclaimer, today we have December 28th, so there still are 4 days to go to play games, like almost 4 days, and I will still play a few games, but I think like the top 15 will not really be affected by that. So before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. All right, so this is the board game, the BG Stats app. You see in the top left, plays 948 and 341 different games. Very interesting, actually. Of my copy, only 199 games. So that is not that great because I definitely own like twice that much or whatever. So I have not played all my games this year. I definitely need to get better at that. But I'm currently like trimming down, but I'm currently reducing my collection anyway at the moment. With 117 players, that looks like a lot, but I also play like a lot of stuff on Board Game Arena, of course, right? So that also contributes to that. 19 locations, that's also quite a lot. I wouldn't have thought that. And I played almost 700 hours. One very interesting thing is the days. You can see like 290 days I played. That means there are like 75 days where I didn't play any games. But still, it's quite a lot of days that I played. So almost every day, right? Okay, and now the most interesting thing is going to be down here. So let's take a look at the top 15 games of this year, the ones that I played the most. All right, so let's start at the very bottom. Number 15 is Alles Baum. I played this 11 times this year. That's quite a lot, actually. This is like a solo game with like pretty minimal rule set and a very wacky theme, but I really enjoy it. I have a video on my channel, as you can see on screen here. Very cool that I actually got to play this 11 times. Rank 14 also 11 times is the gang. It just took a little bit longer. I played like for 6 hours because it's a longer game than Alles Bomb. A really cool cooperative poker game that I really like. This is like one of my most favorite small box games. Then the next one is Regicide. I played this mostly on Board Game Arena, to be honest, but this is a very cool card game that you can play solo, but also with up to 4 players cooperatively. Then where you try to beat like the royalty cards, like the face cards, with like all the other cards in the deck, and like all the cards have different abilities and whatever. So it's a very difficult game to win. Rank 12, the Castles of Burgundy, very cool. Played this 12 times only this year. That is not a whole lot. I mean, I've played this more than 200 times altogether. So this year, a little bit less than usual, but still, I play this once a month on average. So still okay. 12 hours, yeah, that's about right. And as you know, this is like one of my most favorite games ever. It's actually like rank 3 in my most favorite games of all time. Next up is Micro Macro, which is like a game where you try to look for specific clues and persons on a huge city map. Very cool game. I also played like the Android version quite a bit this year, which is very good as well. Next up is Aeons and Outcasts. Actually, I just put Outcasts there, but I just use that as a placeholder when I play Aeons End because I have like my entire collection combined. So I like play like all of the iterations at the same time, so to speak. 13 times. It's not a whole lot actually, because Aeons End is like one of my most favorite games. I played it usually quite often. I mean, 13 times for 1 year is still a lot, right? But I think last year I played it more often, but still, that's totally fine. Next up, we have Dungeons of Doria, one of my most favorite dungeon crawlers, and I played this 13 times this year. That's a lot. I mean, I got to be fair. This is like a game that I got this year, right? So of course, you always play a game more often at the beginning, but I'm quite sure that I will play this also quite often next year. Very cool dungeon crawler. Feel free to watch the video on my channel if you want to know what it's about. Codenames, I played 15 times. That's a lot, but I gotta say, I never played this in person. I always played this with the Android app, but I still logged it here because, I mean, I still invest time to play this game, right? So I still log it here. I actually sold off my physical copy a little while ago because I like cross clues a little bit more, which is like a little bit similar. And also Codenames, if I really want to play it, I can play it with my friends on the Android app. Next up, we have Galdor's Grip on rank 7. I played this 16 times, but that's not really like a surprise because this is a game that is really easy to carry around, and it's probably my number 1 solo game to take with me when I leave the house. So yeah, it's an amazing game. I'm still hoping for a physical release at some point. So far, I've only printed out the print-and-play version, which doesn't look that great anymore. I might have to refresh the cards a little bit. Next up on rank 6 is probably the biggest surprise, and that is FlipToons. a game I just discovered this year, and I haven't found a physical copy yet. I really want to find a physical copy, but I have recorded a Board Game Arena playthrough for you, which I will publish quite soon. This is a really cool like deck building and push your luck game. Let's rather call it a luck-based deck builder. Very cool game. Nothing to take too serious, but I really enjoy it. Now top 5. Now you see there's quite a big jump in like how often I played this game. One card maze I played 25 times. So I solved 25 different mazes this year. Yeah, that's cool. It's also a game that I have with me most of the time because it's always like really nice to like just solve a few mazes. Like when you're waiting for someone or something. Very cool. Next up is Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. I played this 28 times, which makes sense because the campaign has 25 scenarios and like 2 or 3 scenarios of them have like 2 parts, so to speak, right? So like I think when you play the entire game from front to back, you play 28 scenarios. So that makes sense. This was my biggest time investment this year, probably. Then we have Wingspan, of course. It's going to be like my top games this year. I played this 29 times. That's even for me, that's a lot. I love Wingspan, as you know. It's my number 1 board game of all time. And I play this like about like 15 to 20 times a year for sure. But 29, that might be a new record. Next up, we have Sky Team. 36 times, that's a lot. But that's also because, first of all, I played solo sometimes. If you want to see how to play solo, just watch the video on my channel where I show that to you. Also, I played on Board Game Arena, so that's why I could play it that often, right? In person, physically, with other people, I couldn't have played it as often. And my number 1 game this year is Dale of Merchants. Really great game, but that's also due to Dale of Merchants now having a closed beta implementation on Board Game Arena, which I'm also like helping to test and playing. So this is also why it got that many plays. But when it releases next year, I think, again with the as the anniversary edition, there will also be a solo mode. So this will also like receive a lot of plays in the future for sure. So yeah, these are like my most played games of last year. I want to mention like a few honorable mentions, at least like 16 and 17, because these are Cascadia on 17, a game I always like to play. I played it 10 times, quite often as well. And also Reforest, which is like one of my most favorite solo games at the moment. I played it 10 times as well. So yeah, just wanted to mention those as well. And well, with that, we have taken a look at like my board game stats from last year. Just a short and quick video to kind of show you like which games I played the most. And yeah, that was a really fun year. There were a lot of new games that I discovered. Also a lot of dungeon crawlers and story-based games. Some of them I haven't played yet, but I will do so next year at the latest. So I think like there will be a lot of movement in my collection as well, like games I will be culling and games that I will be getting. That concludes my look back on 2025. I hope you enjoyed this small video, and thank you so much for staying to the very end. As usual, I would like to thank you all for your support, especially when I give a shout out to my generous patrons. The biggest thanks go to Thaganov for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribe to my channel, support me on Patreon, and join my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.